Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Kohler 7000 series engine again. A few weeks ago we did a video on the top 5 upgrades that you could do to it without any kind of engine modification at all. Today, since so many of you reached out about the air cleaner update, I'm going to go through how to install the Kohler PRO cartridge filter along with an aftermarket upgrade on these Kohler 7000 series engines. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons as we go along if you enjoy the content. There's a few of you out there asking, why change out the air filter? If that's what it came with, why should we change it to anything but? Isn't that good enough? Sure, it's good enough. Yes, it'll last. But if you want better performance, better horsepower, and you want better filtration, you can change that filter. We talked about the 7000 series 22 horsepower. It's got a smaller oval filter. Well, looks like this one does too. Same design, but the 26 horsepower is just larger, so there's more filter element. You get more air intake, and that changes the horsepower completely. It changes the fuel air mix, it draws more air in, which draws more fuel in, and it gives you that better performance. So these two are pretty interchangeable. You can upgrade this one by just changing the filter and the filter cover, but I'm going to show you how to install the Kohler PRO cartridge filter, and then the aftermarket upgrade, which is even better. First, we have the Kohler PRO commercial canister air filter. Comes as a base, a couple latches, a cover, and of course the filter itself. It's just bolt on. So is the other one I'm about to show you. They put this on pretty much all of the commercial units that they sell, and it's just one single canister. Way better filtration than that oval design. Next, we've got the aftermarket upgrade. It's got kind of the same base. It's just bolt-on like the other one. Comes with 3 screws to hold it together once you install it. The big deal about this one, though, is that besides just the increased airflow, it does have 2 filters. So it's got an outer and an inner filter, which allows for much better filtration. Going to catch way more on top of a lot more air intake. I'll show you how to install this along with the Kohler PRO one coming right up. To switch either of these out, it really doesn't take much. We'll take the cover off first, unlock both of them, pull the air cleaner just to get it out of the way. We've got 3 8mm screws that hold the air cleaner to the housing. They are all the same style plastic screw, all the same size. Just below, we've got our breather tube. You can grab it with a pair of needle nose and kind of twist to the side. And you can pry it straight down. It's free. And then we'll need a 10mm deep well to get the 2 nuts off. It's not short enough for a standard 10mm socket. Good. And then from there, we just kind of pull the fuel line out of the way, and the whole air filter base comes off towards us as a whole. Now all we've got to do is install the other one. You will want to inspect your air filter gasket. If that gasket is in bad shape, you'll want to replace it. This one just installs exactly like the other one. There is a plug on here. If yours has an EPA line coming from the fuel tank, it'll plug in there. If it doesn't, you don't worry about it. This slides straight on, but you want to make sure up top that it goes under that air filter housing. You don't want it above there. I'll show you that view in just a second. We will reinstall our breather tube and our 2 nuts. Up top, we use the same screws we just took out to put in this one. Again, this is under the shroud, the blower housing. You don't want it on top, and it won't slide in all the way if it's on top. Now that we've got that all installed, this just sits right back down on there. This mower we actually bought recently. Obviously, looking at this air cleaner, seen a few better days. Take this back part out just to get a little bit better access to it. You wouldn't have to do this if yours had this, or if the back wasn't removable. You can get to it just down through, but for better picture, it'll work out this way. Same idea here. I'm going to have 3 screws holding it on, 1, 2, and 3. Does look like this one is missing the middle one. Good thing the other one comes with them anyway. This one's a little bit different since it has the smart choke. We'll start by removing the same thing, the breather tube. And we'll remove the 2 nuts at the front. We can remove the little keeper that holds our hose in place, and then take the 8mm that holds the bracket on at the back. Take that bolt out. Now we're all free. Pull this straight down, and it all comes towards you. You do have to pay attention that when we go back together, this goes to the back side to where this choke sits. There's a little tab there. I'll try to show you that a little bit closer here. We do have our one, this is what I like to call the EPA line. It goes to the tank. That's where that plug was on our other side. We can pull it all straight off, out of the way. And here's where that little tab goes into as we put it back together. We've got to make sure that that goes exactly in there like such. We'll slide this one right on there. Again, straight in. Kind of got to hold the fuel line out of the way. I did take the 3 screws out that hold that housing on before doing that. Otherwise, it won't slide in. Down at the bottom, we've got our cap. Pull it off. And put our line straight on. I think it's got to go on the front side of this wire. Pretty sure. It does. Now when we go to install it again, we've got to line everything up. So we've got to make sure that notch goes right at where that choke is as we're sliding that back. Just kind of guiding it with my hand as I do it. Make sure it's in there. It is. Can put our little keeper back where it needs to go, like such. If we hold everything kind of in place, should be able to get our 8mm at the bottom started. And I like to put the 2 nuts back on next and tighten those back up. Apparently I wasn't quite out of the way like I thought I was. Once that's tight, we can get our one for the bracket. And finally, our breather tube goes back up. In order to get to the screw on this side that holds it to the shroud, or holds the shroud to it, we've actually got to remove the air filter cover and the air filters. Once those are out of the way, we can use the screws that came with it to install those. This one's kind of broken. I want to push that a little closer. It's not staying real well because it's broken. This is probably the most difficult part of all of it. I like to just use a magnet and get this one in from the bottom. Seems to work pretty well, kind of from the side here. Once you line it up, you can use your Phillips from the top. Then we've got our final one. Put our filters back in. And we're all set. I don't really like how that is down at the bottom, so I am going to put another washer there just to hold it a little bit better. Everything else is good. Good upgrade completed in a very short amount of time. The Aftermarket series does come with the gasket if you need that in between the carburetor and the air cleaner, some different hose clamps and connections and stuff. Depending on what your application is, you might need a little bit of this stuff. This one didn't need any of that. The gasket and everything was in good shape. It was actually brand new, so we were able to bypass all that. But if you need it, it is there should you buy that kit. Now that is pretty pricey. It's over $200 for that, but I think if you're in a commercial environment and you're using this engine, it makes every bit of sense. High-end homeowner, maybe if you're mowing a lot, a couple acres or something, but otherwise, probably the larger air filter and cover would do from the previous video, or the Kohler Pro, which is quite a bit cheaper. I think it's about $60 total. Now, if you need one of these for your engine at home, the first subscriber to comment down below and let me know that you want it, it's yours. I'll have you reach out by email after that and just let me know all your info so I can ship it to you. But I have no need for this. This is a junk engine. I was just showing how to install it. So I will remove it and ship it out. Hopefully this helps you if you're looking for an upgrade, looking to get longer engine life out of your Kohler 7000 series engine. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed the content. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.